you put me up in the gantry, which was fine. I don't mind going up there, but it was horizontal rain, tornado winds.
Bit windy up there.
It was Paul was up there. He's fine.
Football, sliced and diced with Sedgemoor FM and Somerset FA.
Welcome to Sliced and Dice, where we have open and honest conversations about football. I'm Neil Fellows from Sedgemoor FM.
And I'm Paul Coltman, marketing consultant for Somerset FA.
So before we get into talking about today's topic, just let me give you a very quick invitation. If you're a fan of a local club, or a player, or a club official, or in any way involved in local football, then you want to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to get notifications of all of our latest uploads as and when they drop. On this channel, you'll also get some local interest stories and the occasional music related video too.
Hello there, welcome to Sliced and Dice. My name's Paul Coltman and I'm joined by Nick Rickards and Ryan Skone. To begin with, and then we're going to bring in some more faces, but we're going to talk about our big four. We're going to start with Taunton with Nick, Yeovil with Ryan, and then we're going to speak about Weston and Bridgwater as well. So, afternoon, gentlemen. Hi.
Afternoon.
You all right?
I'm very well, sir. Very well.
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Pleased to be here. Welcome to Sedgemoor FM. Yeah. Do you like our couches?
Salubrious.
Do you like our couches? Do you like?
Very comfy.
Yeah, they're much better than the old
I'll tell you what, this is, like somebody just said, it's like when on Christmas Day when you just had a Christmas dinner.
It is.
I could go to sleep now.
We're going to be in a new studio soon, and if these don't go, I don't know. So, start with Yeovil. Obviously, promotion.
Yep.
To the National League. That's good news.
Yeah.
And a really interesting squad being put together by the team there.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a very exciting squad that's being put together. Lots of attacking talent. I think we saw that in the first two pre-season games where they scored 5 apiece. Last season, it just sort of looked, especially towards the start of March, obviously they got promotion, but I think Yeovil are a bigger club than the National League South, realistically. But they looked sort of a bit slow in that period, and now I think we're seeing going into next season they'll start being more attacking, a bit more free flowing.
I think you're right. From an outsider looking in, I was definitely sort of getting rumblings that there was, are we going to have to go playoff routes? Are we going to do enough? But I think you're right. Definitely built a squad that can challenge and will push on. What fixtures jump out for you? There's some really interesting fixtures. What jumps out?
I think opening day Hartlepool.
Yeah.
Big one. I think you see that now in the National League. A few bigger teams are in it now, and it'll become a much harder league to get out of this year.
Yeah.
But I think just focus on that first fixture, that Hartlepool game, and then sort of move on from there.
Ideal. So Taunton, sort of similar sort of thing. Obviously, went the other way last year, which may have been a blessing in disguise. But another really exciting squad being put together by a new manager.
That's right. Well, Rich Luffman has come down from Cribs. He took them to sort of all the levels that they've never been to before. So on paper, really, really good manager. He's a nice guy, really nice guy to talk to. Says all the right things, makes all the right noises. We've got a pretty good squad of some really talented young players. People that hopefully him and Steve Murray can work on and actually coach. That's the problem we had before. We never had anybody who would, apart from Mike Meeker when he was there, who would actually coach these players and encourage the young ones to come through. So hopefully that's going to be a major part of our season as we go through, and the team will kind of develop and gel as we go through. But it looks like he's going to have at least potentially 2 completely different teams that he can play at any one time in any one match.
Yeah, no,
which
for sure.
in itself is quite exciting, because that means that you could have 2 completely different halves where we get slaughtered in one and be brilliant and the other, or vice versa.
Spoken like a true Taunton fan. So the optimism and pessimism all in the same sentence.
All in the same package, and then I've covered all the bases. But it's just, it is exciting because I mean the sort of play, the sort of way they're playing now is completely different to the Route 1 football we were playing last season. Not only that, but there's a lot of younger players and they are good players. They're good on the ball, they're good off the ball, they can see things happening ahead of them, and there's been some good goals scored as well.
No, definitely.
So fingers crossed that we're going to do quite well. I mean, they're talking about mid-table for us, inwardly, in the board and things like that. If we can stay mid-table, then it's all part of the rebuilding process.
I think you're probably similar
Yeah.
with Yeovil. I think very much a sort of an establishing year, and then go again.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think Yeovil are going to look for promotion to the Football League this season. As nice as that would be, I think sort of lower mid-table is where sort of looking at.
No, definitely.
That can be a killer, that, can't it? I mean,
It's hard.
if you get promoted one season and then you go straight up again, I mean, there's a huge. That's within a few years, weeks, whatever. That's a huge jump from down there to up there. And it comes back to bite you in the bum.
Yeah, I think that's what we saw Yeovil like a decade ago, where they went up to the Championship and then they sort of got there and then massive
imploded, didn't know what to do from there. Kind of thing,
So, Southern League.
Yep.
Any teams or grounds that you look forward to going back to?
I mean, obviously you've got your local derbies against the likes of Tibby and people like that, but a lot of it is just the fact we won't have to travel so far as well, because obviously when you're in the Vanarama League, the National League South, it's not Vanarama anymore, is it? There's a lot of travelling to London and things like that, so there's a lot of that we won't have to do, because that kind of detracts from the football as well, particularly when we're a part-time side and we're playing against a full-time side as well. And that was part of the problem we had last season, was we were a tiny minnow in a very, very big pond. And I think we're boxing way above our weight far too early, and that kind of come back and hurt us a little bit.
But I think obviously National League's a huge challenge, it really is, and I think, but I'm not diminishing the challenge of Southern League. I think the challenge of football's not easy. Every step up the pyramid, there's a challenge. Whether it's you don't want to lose to your local team. You've got the hundreds of thousands of miles of travelling as you go up through the ladder. It gets hard, and that doesn't matter wherever you are on the spectrum. It is tough. So, but no, that's all good. So, more locally, obviously, there's the chance that you two meet in Premier Cup, County Cup stuff. Is that something that as fans and followers of your clubs you enjoy and relish the County Cups?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, you always love a local derby, especially with like a league like National League.
You would say that. You've got a bigger ground than we've got. You've got more money than we've got.
But with National League, obviously you're going all over the place. Nice to have one that's actually local, better for the fans as well, I think.
Oh, it's focused on the local fans. That's what it's about, and then becomes a massive derby as well, a bit like a City United derby of Manchester.
Last year you had Bridgwater at home, which was on a horrible whatever night.
Did we win or not? I can't remember.
On penalties, you put me up in the gantry, which was fine. I don't mind going up there, but it was horizontal rain, tornado winds.
Bit windy up there. Wasn't it?
It was Paul is up there. He's fine, but no, I love a county car. I love it, but. Cool. Well, thank you very much, gents. And look, we're going to get in Bridgwater and Weston now and see what they've got to say.
Thank you.
So we've got Teddy and Frankie. Frankie from Weston, Teddy from Bridgwater. So, gents, obviously starting with yourself, Teddy. Bridgwater, a whole new look, very much from walking into the ground, fresh paint job, new manager, very much a new team by one or two familiar faces, a new kit coming. Lots going on. Tell us more.
It's exciting. I think last year they came close, but they won. They nearly got there, but they fell at final home to Clevedon. And next year, new manager. They've had 3 over the past year or so. So lots of change in the club. I think lots of signings. You look at them Freddie Hayden, he looks really good.
England schools representative as well. The
18s, I think it was.
Yeah, 18s obviously been through the Mo Hopkins School of Football.
Yeah.
He'll love me for saying that. But yeah, Freddie, a very, very highly expected player, and obviously started pre-season well with a couple of goals as well. So
yeah, very exciting. I think lots of signings.
Yeah.
I think the friendlies themselves though, because last year they scored lots of goals. I think it was a silly amount. They had a massive goal difference. I think it was 99. Not goal difference, but goals. This year they're looking a bit slower. They've had a few 1-0s and they lost 3-0 to Taunton.
I think you're right what you're saying. They've been quite methodical in the way that they've approached pre-season. They've had obviously Nick's played a lot of players. He's been very he's drip-fed new players in. As he's watched his team, he's gone, okay, we need this. He's gone out, he's found it, he's brought them in. some great experience in there. Obviously, Mark Armstrong, obviously still there, captain, what it looks like, but bringing in the likes of Furkiss and Josh Wadham and Pricey and players like that. There's just a level of experience around these younger players. Obviously Wacko up top, but sort of you cut him in half, he's like a stick of rock in bleed Bridgwater. But you've got these younger players in and around them, the Freddie Haydens, the Brad Fumas, the players like that are coming in a little bit green, but very good young players. I think you're going to be there and thereabouts again, challenging.
Yeah, hopefully.
Definitely. Weston, wow. Not a lot of change behind the scenes. A few extra faces in. Squad wise, looked really well established and looking really good on the pitch.
Yeah, so we brought in some really good players, the likes of Emlyn Lewis, centre back, Kelland Absalom from the Wales C team goalkeeper. So we brought in some really decent players who could help us progress this season. Last season we finished 13th, which is great for being back in the National League South. But I think the team that we're building this season looks to be really promising. We could even push for a playoff spot.
So I was going to say, do you feel, obviously from Bridgwater's point of view, the club is wanting promotion. That's been the case for the last 3 or 4 seasons. They really want to get back into some league. For yourselves, obviously, you've had that promotion. Great. Establish yourself. Do you genuinely think this season is the season you can push for playoffs and possible promotion?
Not this season. I think with the players that we've signed, it's kind of now an expectation that we've got to progress and be higher up the table. But I don't think our plans or our aims are to get a promotion maybe in the next...
Is that what the supporters are thinking?
I think
so. So is that going to be the challenge? Because obviously on the pitch and the coaching team, etc., they want to progress and be better than last year, of course. But is the pressure of the fans wanting or expecting playoffs, possibly promotion, going to be the battle at the club this year?
Yeah, I think that's going to be difficult to juggle. I think Scott Bartlett last season got some decisions wrong with the tactics and the players that we used, but I think this season with the players that we've got, it's just going to be a really exciting, promising season. And from pre-season, the games that I've been to, we've played some really promising, more direct football.
Yeah, I was at the Exeter pre-season game. Obviously, very much a game of two halves. With Exeter bringing pretty much 2 different teams, but I was really impressed with the way that Weston approached it, and it was obviously a challenge for them. But that's what pre-season's for. But I think next time I'll see Weston will be the Yeovil pre-season game on the 3rd, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Yeovil's developments and how Weston's developments are obviously on par. Cause I think they've both done really good business off the field this year. But obviously, Weston have got some big games this season. I know one I'm really looking forward to is obviously Dorking. I think the aura of Mark White is very much and the YouTube stuff and everything he does. I think that's obviously something that many Weston fans and many fans in the southwest are looking forward to him sort of coming and being a part of that. What stands out for you?
Bath stands out for me. We're looking forward to playing with them, and then Chippenham Town's also like a relatively local derby. But last season was massive for the southwest.
It was.
Clubs, but obviously Taunton and Yeovil being out now, there's less derby matches.
A little bit thinner on the ground, but still some really good ones. And Bridgwater got all the old favourites. But anything stand out for you?
Clevedon.
Yeah, they look good. I've watched Clevedon pre-season. I saw them against Froome. They were good. They've made some good signings, so I think they'll be challenging again, probably with themselves.
If you've enjoyed this episode, then please subscribe to the channel and remember to hit the bell to get notified about all of our latest uploads. Also, if you would like to get some extras from within the studio, like memes that we don't usually share anywhere else, a regular newsletter and access to our best of archive, then please follow the Patreon link in the description.